Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the open super late models here at Lincoln. We got a single split here of 24, so it's going to be a tough one regardless. It's very top heavy of the card numbers and everything, so we'll do the best we can. We're card number 10 here, so let's get to qualifying and see what we could do here. I enjoy the difficulty of this track because I really like running the bottom here, so hoping that we can hit a decent lap. I'm going to run bottom 1 and 2, top 3 and 4 for our first lap, and second lap I might try to rip bottom all the way. But try to get it slowed up enough just so you barely miss the wall down there. Try not to clip it getting into turn 3 because I did that a few times in practice. Missed it first corner there. Try and get it turned in early because it's a weird exit, but I got way too sideways, spun the tires on the exit, just gassing it up, but I knew it wasn't going to be faster anyways. But we're falling back, obviously. So far they got a 6. Tolson has a 6 so far. Gavin outqualified us by barely under 100th, so we're always super close to each other, so that should be fun to see how we can do in the heat races and see if we could run pretty well with Gavin in this race. Heat 1 is coming around now. We qualified, I think it was 4th in heat number 2. Yeah, we're 4th in heat number 2. Gavin's 3rd in our heat as well. So we qualified 8th overall. I'm okay with that as long as we could still have a pretty good heat race. But heat number 1's getting ready to roll off. We're going to watch the front guys for the most part because I want to see how Tolson and Evan up here run this track. I'm interested to see what they're doing. I feel like they might just be rolling the top a ton. I'm not good at rolling the top in 1 and 2. I really like the bottom there, but we'll see what these guys end up doing as they're getting ready to take the green here. Tolson's off, gets a little sideways there, but still able to get out to the lead. He goes bottom 1 and 2. Evan kind of slides up to the top. He hooks it really well down there. That top's going to have a lot of momentum though. I don't think the bottom's quite there in 3 and 4, it seems like. So that's going to be tough to make anything happen there. Evan kind of going for like a slider line in 1 and 2. He's got to not clip the back of Tolson. And everybody pretty much goes top. Well, actually, there's a lot of guys going bottom back there. But, ooh, that 31 actually made that work on the bottom in 3 and 4. He is ripping that bottom very well right now. See if he can actually get by Evan or not. Trying to see how he's running. He goes like middle and then cuts down on the exit. Actually gets a pretty good run on the exit on the bottom. 1 and 2, normal bottom. Just trying not to hit that inside wall. 3 and 4, he goes in the slick and then cuts it down on the exit. Try to get a straight exit, which actually is working pretty decent. Evan's still out in front of him, but and so is Tolson. He hit the wall down there. He looked like he was coming to a dead stop. I thought the heat was over for a second, but that's just how slow sometimes you gotta slow down for turn 1 if you don't want to slide up. So it's a couple interesting different lines there for 1 and 2. And 3 and 4, I would say a little bit as well. The 31 roll in that bottom and 3 and 4 is very interesting. It looks like it can make it work. It's just very tough to hit, it seems like. Oh, that's Majulis hitting that anyways. They have a couple different paint schemes today. Evan and Blake do, which is interesting. Didn't realize that was him because I saw Evan with a different paint scheme gridded up. I didn't realize Blake was in this race as well. So he's trying to run a different line there in 3 and 4, seeing what he can make work, probably. But very strong heat number 1, I'll tell you that. They both run top there, 1 and 2 that time around. Tolson blocks the slider line and ends up getting the heat win. So good race up front by them. Very clean and all that. So hopefully we can have a pretty decent run. It looks like these guys might have wrecked out early, which I did not see at all. So that's actually interesting. But hopefully we can have a good run in our heat. We're getting ready to roll off for our heat now. We're on CFM sets. If you guys want to check out the setups, link in the description. And code HRE for 10% off if you want to check them out. Hopefully, we could do pretty well here. Lincoln's a very tough track, very technical. So that's why I do enjoy this track a little bit, but the racing here is really tough to deal with because a lot of people will just run other people over. Like Williams Grove and stuff, love Williams Grove. but the racing there is just a lot of cautions because people don't know how to slow down for each other in the corner. Some guy will run the bottom, the other guy's throwing a slider, doesn't know how to avoid them and stuff, and just run them right over, so that will happen. But we're car 10 here. I'm hoping we could finish in like 4th or 3rd here in our heat and actually get a decent starting spot here for the race. That'd be nice. But we're running a slightly different set than we were for the qualifying, so hopefully I'm not too tight. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But we're getting ready to go. Good launch for the most part. Still side by side with Gavin. Oh, Gavin's sliding up. I don't know if he realized that we were like still pretty well outside of him. I hit the wall going into 3. That's gonna get me tight. Try and see if we could have a good run here with Gavin. Try and hook bottom if we can. The set's feeling fine to me, I think. Sometimes when I switch, I end up just falling off a cliff. But we had a rough first corner, I would say, getting together there with Gavin. So that was a little sketchy. The 31 up there ended up getting in front of both of us. He leapfrogged us. I think he started in 5th. And he went right under Gavin when we got together. But we're still in the transfer, top 7 transfer, so no real worry that we need right now. Just kind of find our groove. See if we could try to move up on these guys. Last thing I want to do is wreck the car. Oh, like 2nd place right there. I thought his spoiler was about to come off. It looked like it bounced, which is very odd. He threw like a gnarly slider line there. And nailed the wall in turn 3. You really do not want to be hitting that wall on entry to the corner because it will get you super tight. And the walls in the corner are like concrete pretty much, so it's easier to break your car, it seems like. I don't think that slider 3 and 4 is very viable right now. 1 and 2 it seems pretty good. 3 and 4 is just kind of ripping top. Oh, that guy nailed the wall. Might have broken his right front, but he'll make it to the line. He did not break his right front, though. It doesn't look like it. But we finished 5th. I'll take that. We'll start 10th in the feature. And now there's a consolation race and stuff. And we'll see how that goes. All right, we're rolling off 10th here in the feature. What happened with Gavin and I at the beginning of our heat, the guy that ended up getting by us put us 3 wide off the start of it. Like, he had a little bit more of a jump and got under Gavin. I didn't know we were 3 wide going in turn 1, so that's what happened there. No harm, no foul there at least, but that guy does that in the feature here. He might end up in some wrecks, so there's going to definitely be some wrecks. Hopefully we can avoid them for the most part, because this track's going to be gnarly with them for sure. So hopefully we can stay out of the carnage for the most part and try and get a top 10 here, because it's very top heavy, I feel like, on the field here. So we'll see what we can do. I know the number 6 didn't make it because he like disconnected before the heat races or qualifying, and then he was in the consolation and like joined back but didn't make the grid, so he's not in it. So he's gonna be losing some, not a lot, probably finishing in the consolation. If you don't make it to the main, you'll lose less than you do finishing last in the main. It's stupid. But good luck to everybody. Hopefully we can have a decent run here. 50 laps is a long time here, and it could be a long time with caution, so hopefully we can go kind of green. I want to kind of run the bottom early in 1 and 2 at least. Try to stay away from the wall as much as we can. Gavin got a little tight there. They're hitting in front of us a little bit. Nobody's really ripping the top yet. Got room around us. Try to not hit that opening in on the front stretch, I should say. Not 1 and 2. Seems like there's something with the bottom right now. It's pretty fast early on, maybe. Either that or people are also trying to save tires. That's why I kind of wanted to run the bottom as well. I enjoy running the bottom here. And also I feel like in 1 and 2 it could save tires. We got side by side Gavin from it. Oh, they're crossing each other over and stuff right there. Some real sketchy stuff. Yeah, I feel like 1 and 2 it's fast. 3 and 4 is just not fully there right now. Trying to not get too sideways there so we don't get hooked in the right rear at all. Oh, Gavin was trying to hook the bottom as well as much as he could on the outside of us. Well, yeah, he's got nobody to deal with, and he's running bottom and then top in 3 and 4. He's running the too fast line for sure. But we are in an intense battle right here with Gavin. If you want to see his perspective, go check out his YouTube channel as well. Just look up his name, Gavin Robchan. If you're watching me, you probably know him already anyways, but having a great battle with him here. Messed up a little bit too much in 3 and 4. It's definitely moving more top in 3 and 4. Because 3 and 4, if you want to run the bottom, you have to hit it so perfectly. I slid up a little too much there in 1 and 2. Luckily, we got a little bit of a break from Robert behind us. Thank you. Either that or he got a little, like, tire spin on the exit. I'm not sure. Gavin got a little sideways down that backstretch as well. So much, like, just finesse throttle control trying to run the bottom. See, that is pretty good bottom. And it's still getting cooked by that outside lane. I don't even think he ran, like, fully outside. It was getting a huge slick spot on the exit of turn 2 is the problem. 3 and 4, it's not that bad. It's like 1 and 2, if you're gonna run bottom, you may want to slide up a little bit here to try and avoid that slick line with the right rear. But we're gonna try and go to the top side here in 3 and 4 to stop bleeding off any positions. Try and run middle here in 3 and 1 and 2, I should say. I'm shocked we went this far green off the start, honestly, because I thought in the beginning we might get a couple cautions to start out with, and then it might clean up a little bit through the race while people wrecked. But no, we're getting a decent green flag run here to start with, which I love. Absolutely love to see it, because we might be able to go green to the end if it could stay like this. But leaders lapping some guys and the lap traffic falling back through the field might be interesting then. That's where the wreck might happen, who knows. Unless we have some good lapped cars here today, I'm not sure. But with it being a single split, it's unlikely. Gavin, I think, got a little loose there. Came down in the Robert, it looked like to me. He might have just gotten sideways, not nearly came down, but Robert might have had a good run through that corner. Might have been all it was. I'm gonna run high. I need to just get all the way out into the grip, honestly. This is just a really easy track to break your car at, so I get nervous running the wall here. I'd rather hit the inside wall than the outside wall, because you're not going to break something that's bad. Oh, Gavin gets the wall pretty hard there on the backstretch. We got a little tight there on entry. In the grip the entire time, but it was tight. I did not get that thing flicked into the corner at all. And there is caution number 1. We fell back to 11th, but that's all right. And we went a good 19 laps before our first caution. I'm kind of shocked by that. We're getting that 1 to green signal from Barney. Hopefully we can get a good run down here on the bottom. It's where I want to be for 1 and 2 for the most part, but 3 and 4 is definitely on that outside lane, so it's going to be very interesting here to see what happens. But cautions breed more cautions, so we'll see if that rings true here. Because everybody, like, clumped back together. Could be a mess. Had a pretty good start. I'll take that. Try to get this thing woed up to run down here. That was actually pretty decent.
Still out there. Clear high.
Trying to get this thing as far down as we can to stay in the grip. The outside momentum just kills it.
16.53.
There's just not a whole lot we could really
Outside.
do to that outside lane.
Clear.
Because the guy that was behind us is like pretty much on our outside now. Could slide up.
473. Outside.
Not quite. Try and like gradually slide up here in the corner.
16.4.
Gavin's kind of stuck on the bottom for now. I'm gonna see if we can try and get to his outside potentially, if we could run this outside well enough. Because we were running the bottom pretty decently there.
Inside.
1 and 2, I don't have as much confidence running the top as I do the bottom, I'll tell you that.
6-1.
3 and 4, you can kind of rip it a little better, in my opinion.
Inside.
Got on the gas a little too much. I'm definitely just worse up top, it seems like. Holy crap.
5-6-1.
Or the guy behind me is just ripping that bottom so well. Going back down to the bottom here. I did not enjoy our trip to the top as much.
16.4.
Gavin's clipping that wall a little. Trying to modulate our throttle so we don't spin the tires too bad.
Next time you cross the line,
Yeah, I'm just bad in 3 and 4 in general, like up top or down low. Like I just cannot generate speed in 3 and 4 at all.
still out there.
Feel like in 1 and 2 we're all right, but 3 and 4 is not good for me anywhere.
Outside. Clear.
This is like the last guy we're battling with, and it's a 12th place.
4. Outside. Clear.
This bottom is fun to run though. I'm not really getting to the bottom that well.
Clear high.
Gavin keeps clipping that inside wall going into turn 1.
2.
It's very sketchy doing that because it could hook your car to the left pretty bad on entry to the corner if you hit it wrong.
Outside.
Oh, I got tight a little bit. Didn't want to come up and hook them.
16.6.
Oh yeah, we barely scraped that. That was about as perfect as you can get it in 1 and 2 on the bottom, like with that front end. Oh, they're hitting in front of us. Oh, that guy hit the inside wall. It's gonna be a caution. So we're gonna be back in 11th because we got by 1 car there. So that is fine with me because I still enjoy this bottom, and I feel like we're a little bit better down there than we are up top. All right, got about 20 laps left in this thing.
1 to go.
Tire wear could start coming into effect. Who knows?
But get it cleaned out.
Because guys that have been ripping the top the whole time definitely been using up more of that right rear, I feel like. Unless you are on the bottom and just spinning your tires. So I feel like we've managed our right rear okay. I want to try and push it more, but pushing it involves probably running more of that outside.
Go inside 16.
Oh, he didn't realize. I was looking in my mirror because that was straight behind me. So I had an awful start. That's terrible on me. I needed to just focus on the restart for myself. That guy really screwed up the guys behind me and me just for looking up at it. That was dumb on my part. Cause I knew he was gonna try and cut down quick, so I didn't want to get hooked by him or anything. And speaking about that, I kind of slid up a little bit too much. Oh, and there is the caution. So we're back up. We're back in 12th. The 23 got by us, so we're gonna be on the outside for this next restart, which I feel like is a positive.
Hit 1 to go.
All right, on the outside here,
Make sure
Gavin's
you get
Gavin's holding well in that 8th spot. It looks like. I'm not sure what's going on with that guy. Oh, he's moving Gavin out the way. Cool. Love to see it. That's so stupid. People are just not paying attention under caution and having to get back into your spot last second. But we got like almost 15 laps left. Only ran a couple laps there. They went real early in this one. Trying to not get too sideways with all the slickness.
Dude.
Think we're 3 wide.
2 inside. On your clear. Clear.
Got to rip all the way on the outside. because the white 16 car definitely sent it in 3 wide off that start. Not sure if he got by that 23 or not, so he could have a black flag, honestly. I got too tight. Terrible entry, and we're just getting pushed up into the wall. Cool. People don't know how to miss somebody else when they mess up, so that's good. And I hit the wall again, getting into 3. Yeah, we got damage. We're fine, though. Our car turns. That's all that matters. If our car turns, I'm fine with it. That's the only criteria I have after running the SRX race at Eldora and our right front braking for netcode, and we lose the race because of it. I was so mad because of that. Gavin ended up winning it, which was awesome because he was running 3rd. Ooh, that actually kind of ripped up there, but it got super sketchy very quick. Clipped the wall going in, and that's gonna slow me down a ton because I can't get the car turned because I'm up on the wall. Just need to hit the outside well enough to where I can get the car pitched in enough and not do that. Okay, I hit the brakes early enough so we still had a good corner. This outside is ripping. Oh, I got 2 sideways. That was a terrible slider. So I'm trying to throw like some slider line so I'm not going in too high and just hitting the wall on entry. That was a terrible slider attempt. So we end up getting by him there. That is the line I was trying to hit. That felt pretty solid, honestly. Not able to do it very well in 1 and 2. Car 2 is taking the lead. I think that's Blake. I know he started in like 5th because he was 3rd in heat number 1. It was a stacked heat number 1. Shorter slider line so we can get all the way to the top. That's so tough to hit without hitting the wall. I feel like our slider in 3 and 4 is ripping right now. I'm just gonna keep doing what we're doing because we are catching these guys in front of us. I don't know where Gavin's at. He's running really well right now. He's up there. It looks like maybe 7th. So he gained a spot. Definitely do not want to see any cautions because it's just going to be single file from here on out anyways. But restarts are just freaking nuts. Like, even though we'll be close up with people, I don't really want to be. I want to just do what I'm doing and try to see if we can pass people. Not doing a great job of it anymore. We're catching the 16, but the other guys are pulling away. I need to just run the top in 3 and 4. Robert got the wall pretty hard there. Lucky he didn't break his right front.
Hey buddy, you got inside if you want it.
You're going well. Take that in.
Oh, I lifted up my rear tires. That thing got up on the wall. That was weird. I have not experienced that before here. Because I don't usually run that kind of line in 1 and 2. My rear, like, not spoiler, but like the back end got up on the wall and my rear tires were just hanging in the air. That's pretty funny. Like, you just heard the RPMs. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can rip bottom in 1 and 2 again. It is so slick down here. Holy crap. Everywhere on the track is slick right there. Just get it slowed down. There is not a grip line down here anymore. Okay. Definitely just spinning tires right there. Oh, 16 nails the wall. I thought he was coming all the way up. I thought that was going to be a caution, and we were running right into the side of him. He screwed that up immediately right there. That was very sketchy. White flag in the air. Let's not break our car. 16's going for that same line again. You're sketchy, dude. So sketchy. But we're in 12th. I knew this was going to be a tough race. We started back in 10th, qualified 8th, but started in 10th, fell back to 12th. I'll take it. It's a very tough race. Started off super slick to start with, so very, very hard situation to be in off the beginning. I think Gavin ended up finishing, 7th. Great run by Gavin. He was car, I think, 5, so. Very, very fun race, very tough race nonetheless, and somehow my rear end wasn't screwed up at all from hitting the wall. I'm kind of shocked by that, but let's go back, see what happened through the race, if it wants to load. There we go. And we'll see any of the incidents that caused the cautions and stuff like that, because there was only, what, 3 or 4 cautions, not too many. He got that opening early, broke his car. I think he ended up leaving. There was no caution for him. They're 3 wide early on. It's lap 4. They hit it a little bit, but they're fine. 16 car gonna get that inside. He was flirting with that thing the entire race then. Damn. Shocked he had a front end by the time it was that late in the race. Tolson scraping that inside wall about as well as you can. Running up front. I think he ended up finishing second. Who ended up winning? Blake? Yeah, Blake ended up winning. Oh, Evan ended up getting there in second. Colton and then Hayden fell all the way down the 4th. I'm kind of shocked by that, but wonder if he burnt off his tires at all. Gavin definitely got this inside wall a couple times we saw. He ended up getting the outside wall apparently. Oh no, this is when him and Robert got together. I think he got a little sideways and Robert had a pretty good run. Just racing incident. This 12 car, oh, the 16 got super sideways, hit them together. What was the first caution? This is lap 17. Should be coming up somewhat soon. He gets that inside wall again. Oh yeah, he got it real hard there. And what happened to you? That might have been the first caution. Looks like they're going into 3 and 4. The 16 completely about runs over the 22 there. Hits the brakes. The 12 car didn't really have time to react. Got into the back of him. Loses a spoiler from it. Unfortunate. But that was the first caution. Off the restart, 38, bottom of the track. They get together a little bit. Behind where I was, because I was running that bottom behind Gavin up there. I think there was a somewhat quick caution. It was like maybe 5-10 laps, something like that. I think it was 10 laps or so. I don't know where the caution was. I don't really remember. I think it was in front of us, actually, if I do remember the right one. I think it was with like the 3 cars in front of Gavin here. I think it was that light blue car on the bottom that ends up going to the inside wall or something like that. 31 trying to throw a slider, wasn't really clear, and that ends up causing the caution because he was the car ended up getting spun. That was as tight of a slider as you can get. Not really clear because you can see he ends up getting hooked up to the wall. The 2 car cuts down and the 38 just gets clipped enough, then goes around. He hits the inside wall there, goes around, and that was the next caution. It's 31 and the 2 car get together a little bit. That was where I got a little sideways. Oh, and that's what actually brought the caution out. The 22 got into the 16 and came to a stop right there. And then, did we go green to the end? We might have. I can't remember. We might have. But yeah, that 16 car made it 3 wide right there immediately, which was super sketchy. I got the outside wall here. I was really bad off the restart. Yeah, and the 32 was freaking sending in like a tight slide line, and I was just in the wall already, so we're getting destroyed. I thought my right front was going to be gone from that or my spoiler, but luckily neither were. We got lucky out of that. What just happened there? The 22 gets that opening. Oh, yeah, he got sideways, hit that opening. That was terrifying. Leaders up here. Oh, he ended up getting ran into the back of. Robert here gets the outside wall. We saw him get that hard. I thought his right front was done for, but he's lucky that that thing did not break off because I thought for sure it was going to. This was right in front of us. But that wasn't the only time he hit that. We'll see a worse one for sure. Trying to crowd him up the front stretch, which is sketchy altogether because there was that opening. This is where he got the wall really hard, and I thought he was gonna just completely stop. I like hit the brakes and everything trying to do that slide line, and almost ran into him because I thought we were going to. Oh, he ended up getting that wall hard, but that was the end of the race. So we ended up finishing back in 12th, I believe it was. Yeah, 12th. Probably gonna lose a little bit of I-rate, I would think, finishing 12th as a 10 car. So let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. We do lose 34 out of it. Not the worst thing in the world. Very top heavy, like I said. So I was going to be happy with a top 20 out of that. Gavin ends up only gaining 2 as the 5 car, finishing 7th. That is a tough situation just for that race. But it is what it is. Lincoln's a very tough track overall. We don't run it too often on the schedule, so I'm not mad about not doing great on it this time because I'm not used to the situations with it being super slick like that. But we qualified decent, had it okay. Heat race there with Gavin. The beginning of this race ran pretty tight there with Gavin, which was fun, so that'd be a decent thumbnail, I would say. He'll probably have a similar one, I would imagine, just knowing him. But Blake and Evan just so fast up front that they've saved enough tire and then just started walking away from the two behind them after Tolleson lost the lead. So fun race overall. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.